Do you have a favorite place that you like to go hiking? Hello, and welcome to Modeling Manhood. In the book of John, chapter 8, verse 12, it says, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So if you've ever been on a hike or planned a hike, you usually try to look at like the trailhead and figure out where your destination is and then what the best route is going to be. Are you going to take like the blue level, the red level, the green level, or the yellow trail? And each one will have different levels of difficulty and then some type of declination or mileage that it's going to be. So when we were on our cross country trip, one of the things that I would do each night prior to going out the next day to explore a new national park or a state park, I would figure out a place where we could go hiking every day just to get some exercise because traveling in the vehicle, hours on hours and ends, we just needed to burn off some energy. And one of our weeks, we spent a lot of time hiking. We were in a base camp area near Fredonia, Arizona. And from there, we got to see the Grand Canyon, Zion, Bryce, a couple other places in that region, kind of northern Arizona and then southern Utah. But one of our favorite stories kind of happened that week, and also one of the most bad things related to hiking that week too. So I'm just going to share with you guys what we followed after that week and how darkness became light, and hopefully you guys can make the connection in your life. So we were in the Grand Canyon area, and we wanted to go see like down into the rim or whatever. And I found what I thought was an easy walk for having younger kids and having 8 of us go down in the canyon. And we got partway down into the canyon, and one of my younger boys is like, I need to go to the bathroom, and not like a number 1. He had to do a number 2. So my wife took him back up to the trailhead and then back up to the nearest ranger station, and we continued down through. And as we're walking down through, the canyon's kind of going up over the top of us, and we're kind of going down through, and it was just breathtaking as the whole canyon kind of opened up before us while we were down in there. And I'm like, we need to get a hold of Mom. And I'm like, there's no way we are ever going to get a self call out, because we're like, the rocks are like over us this way, and there's no way with hundreds of feet of elevation difference between where she is and where we are. And I picked up my phone, and somehow I managed to get a call out long enough to tell her that she needs to come down with one of our younger boys to meet up with us. And she met up with us, and we got some beautiful pictures, and just probably one of my favorite hikes on the whole trip while we were gone there last summer. But just breathtaking there on the North Rim area. Well, that kind of set the stage for the week. Kind of felt the kids out on that short hike. And I decided the next day that we were going to do like 11 miles as a family together in Zion Park. We got up early. We made it to the park by like 6 o'clock to catch the tram up to the top, and we're going to hike all the way through Zion back down to the parking lot. And when we're heading up there in the trolley tram to go up to where the Narrows would be in Zion, the park ranger, the attendant that's on the bus giving directions, told us that one of the trailheads is closed under construction that would have made our hike a little bit shorter. And I'm like, we'll figure it out when we get there, not knowing that the bridge was completely closed and the only way to get through that area was on horseback. So we spent the morning, we were bundled up because it was in the 40-degree temperatures, and that day it was going to be like in the 90s while we were there. And we're coming down through the park, just enjoying God's beautiful creation another day on our journey. And we get to this bridge that's out, and I'm like thinking to myself, that's kind of where we need to go, but there's no way we can get there. So we ended up doing like another 3.5 miles on like horse trails where horses were like going by us, like kicking up dust. And it just made for a very miserable family, and especially our youngest boy. Anytime that day we're almost there, he would just like get this like sculling look to him and discouragement. And he began to despise the word hike. And anytime the word hike would be mentioned, he would just like wanna he would like cringe up and just like tense up, and it was just not good. So hike became a 4-letter word. So we would like try to pretend that we weren't going on the hike the next day or anything like that. We'd be like, we're going on a short walk. He's like, it's a hike, Dad. And he knew that hike and walk were the same thing, but anytime hike came up, it was just like a terrible thing. We ended up doing that day in Zion. It kind of broke us, and anytime the word hike came up, it was kind of looked at like this dark thing that we didn't want to do. And we need to be careful that we are following the light in our lives, whether it's in business or in our marriage or being a parent or wherever you're being called. Are we pursuing the light more than the darkness? And for my son, hiking became a word associated with darkness and just pure evil. And the next day after Zion there, we went to Bryce Canyon. So if you guys are on my homepage for Modeling Manhood, there's a picture of me in the middle, and then I have all 5 of my boys kind of surrounding me looking over Bryce Canyon there. And I just love that picture. I have that picture in the main living room at home just as a reminder of God's creation. Every day my wife would say, I thought yesterday was amazing. It is just even more beautiful, this place that he's created. And we've only seen a small part of the world, and chances are you've only seen a small part of this world too. But if everything is that beautiful, imagine what heaven's going to be like someday. And if we are pursuing darkness in this lifetime, we are never going to see that side of glory. If Earth has all these magnificent things to offer and to look at, the splendor of things like the Grand Canyon or Bryce Canyon or wherever you guys have been, and just how much greater heaven's going to be. And he's prepared that place for us. So my encouragement to you is make sure you're pursuing darkness no more, but following truly after the light. And he says, I am the light of the world. So if you are pursuing Jesus, you are pursuing that light. And that would be my challenge for you. Evaluate what areas have darkness or shadows in your life and introduce the light. The light eliminates all shadows and all darkness. So we are doing a hike at our church. We have a group at church of men that get together. We try to get together once a month. I'm going to be speaking there at our Men of Mercy group. If you would like to join us for a ruck march along the Cattaraugus Creek and see some of God's glorious creation, we are hiking on April 19th, meeting at the church, Gwanda Assembly of God, on April 19th at 6:30. We will have a message along the creek at approximately 7:30 and then hike back to the church for a campfire. I'm going to put a link below with that information for you guys to view. Please share that. Love to have you guys join us. Thank you again. And wherever your shoes take you, whether you're walking, hiking, biking, or triking, I guess I like rhyming, but make sure that you are mirroring your Maker and journeying with Jesus today. Thank you guys.